Hey folks, Dennis here with a little bit of an editor's note. There was some audio issues, so you might hear us sounding a little robotic, a little tinny, but we felt it was more important to get this episode out with Kenzo Shibata because he is, a very important figure. Plus, this is the free episode, so it's like, what do you want from us? I'm just joking. I really did try to do as much as I could to sort of fix the audio, but there's only so much that you can do in a little amount of time. But we really appreciate you listening to this episode, and I hope that you all stick around for our trailers at the end. Thank you so much, and please enjoy.
Okay. Well, let us do. Not to, we're going to pass this story around. We're going to hit it a couple times.
I'm gonna puff past it. You mean?
Yeah. I'm trying to. I haven't smoked weed in a long time. I haven't smoked the marijuana in a long time. I don't know what the kids are saying these days. And we may never know here in Texas.
I believe they call it marijuana. It comes from foreign lands and corrupts good God-loving teenagers, American teenagers into big gay communists.
Yeah,
that's how it got me.
It turns you from hardworking Protestants into lazy communists.
And I had three separate trad wives, and then I took one beep on the devil's play stick. That's what they call it. And suddenly, fucking all my wives turned out to be KGB agents, big burly Russian men in Ushankas, and nothing else.
Yeah, they were.
Let me tell you, it was great. Yeah.
So
the
just open your
burliest,
eyes is what it did.
barest femboys you've ever seen. Let me tell you, it's a hell of a transformation sequence. It's like, but a lot more hammers and sickles. It's great.
And with the threat of these Ushanka bears at their doorstep, the Idaho Senate has constitutionally banned legal marijuana.
Wow.
Losers.
Fucking dweebs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very glad that the Republican-dominated Senate barely mustered the 2/3 vote needed to pass the measure.
Mm-hmm.
That's so sad. Like, how are y'all like still that big of fucking dorks in 2021? Come on.
Well,
it's really
does
ridiculous.
It does go before the people, and they do have to like get a majority to ban marijuana. But it's ridiculous that they don't understand the tax benefits. First of all, these idiots in power have have always talked about monetary incentive, like the wonks are all about means testing, but then when it's time to put your pedal to the metal
and like, hey, this is good for hey, this isn't the only green we'll be sparking up, you know what I'm saying? Haha.
And when they decriminalized it, or actually legalized it in Illinois, it came out how many like conservative folks who didn't live in the city, that lived in the suburbs and out in the country, smoke weed medicinally and recreationally. And I'm sure that's the same situation there.
Yeah.
And
I mean, it's Idaho. It's not exactly three-dimensional.
That's the other thing, is that the constitutional ban is on all forms of legal marijuana, not just recreational. It is medicinal as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Can't even let little Timmy, who's dying of leukemia, and all he wants to do is fucking ride out his days.
Chief some Keef.
Yeah, Chief and Keef playing Halo 3, knocking back brewskis with the boys. As one does, hitting the bong and then like shoving his face full of Doritos, which is the only cure for leukemia, if you check my blog. So like, what the fuck, Idaho?
Yeah, livinggreen.io.
Yeah, so now it's a majority of states, DC, Guam, Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands, so all of our territories as well, have approved, it says here, comprehensive publicly available medical marijuana programs, according to the National Conference of State Legislatures.
More like the Chat Islands, not the fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they like weed, which is cool. We've decided.
I want to set out to THC and get away from the United States of America at any fucking cost
Yeah.
at this point. It's 2021. Why can't we
Mhm.
just have some goddamn weed? We can't have a fucking stimulus check. Can't have a fucking job. Can't go anywhere without a
have a-
mask. Can't go to my
have a
favorite
fucking
bar
weed.
and strip naked and just fuck on the floor.
The thing
Yeah,
about
like you
Hey,
did
that's-
4 times, you know?
Idaho,
That's
with
never been really legal.
the
but,
tax base, first of all, with people buying weed, getting the munchies, buying potato chips, which is
Potato
the
chip-
other
exactly!
huge part of
Oh,
their
yeah.
economy. Like that is their own stimulus.
That's a huge boon, yeah.
My
What
God.
the fuck?
They're such dumbasses.
That immediately, like, because I assume potato chips just grow out of the ground there is how it works, right? So
Yeah.
you just walk down the fucking street to a farm, because Idaho is all farms,
Uh-huh.
and you fucking pick you up some potato chips.
And then you go to the farm next door and you get your weed, and then and that's it.
Yeah, I have to
It's
admit
right
that's a
there.
state. That's the one thing I know about it is that I guess 2 things is that it's potatoes and it's conservative. Those are the 2 things I know.
yeah. Mormons go to Idaho when Utah's too warm.
Oh, that's really sad. That's heartbreaking. Jesus.
And I'm not joking. That is actually what they do. If it gets too warm in the summer, they go to Idaho.
Yeah, it's like,
My
nah,
God.
Utah is too, like, beautiful and vibrant and, kind of toasty. Nah, I'm going to Idaho. What the fuck?
Do they not like being in the heat because of their what do they call it, modest clothing? Like they wear so many fucking layers and the underwear,
Yeah,
the special underwear.
That might be it.
Yeah,
You
they're
would think after,
they're
like,
ankle
800
length
years of
skirts.
Mormonism or whatever now that, like, they would have figured out like an Under Armour promotional or something, like some sort of tie-in to, like, oh yeah, no, it's like sweat wicking and you can fucking go door to door super easy in it. Like you can even smoke weed. Are Mormons cool with weed? Are Mormons cool with weed?
No, they're not.
No.
They're not cool with caffeine until one of their board members became a board member of Coca-Cola. I still need to check if that's real or not, but I heard
They
it
weren't
is.
cool with black people until like
Until like the 80s.
80s. Yeah. So Mormonism.
It's
Yay.
really unfortunate for an organization whose name is so close to LSD.
I know, isn't it? It's terrible.
I knew a guy in college who was like like a hardcore straight edge punk guy. And so like he really believed in that stuff. He didn't even have sex. I mean, that may not have been intentional, but like
It was
this
such a
was
fucking
the
tweet,
scam.
yeah.
This is maybe it's not even a scam, but like he went to Brigham Young on a full scholarship because they can't get non-Mormons to go there because he lives basically the same lifestyle. He's just not a Mormon. So he went to grad school for free, and that was
Holy shit.
a pretty sweet scam,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like you also can't have sex.
Well, I mean, if you've already made it that far and you're like committed to it,
Yeah.
then there's no helping you anyways. Having sex or not having sex is not what's going to make or break
Finally, a
your
university
psyche.
for gamers.
Psychic Dolphin Garage.
Hey everybody, welcome to another. Yep. All right, let me try that again.
You got
Hey
this.
everybody, welcome to another episode from the Psychic Dolphin Garage. I'm Zach,
I'm Bo.
And I'm Dennis.
and we are joined today by another wonderful leftist creator. It is Kenzo Shibata from the Class Time stream podcasts.
Yeah.
You do a lot of different stuff these days.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. So yeah, Class Time is officially just going to be a stream going forward on my podcast. We're going through a few changes there, but yeah, that's another thing I do. And then on Sundays I do this show called Pardon the Ignorance, which is like kind of like a leftist Meet the Press.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, well, thank you for, coming on to our show, our tiny little show.
No worries.
And blessing us with your presence. I hear that you've been on
chilling.
a streak of appearances lately.
This was number 24 in 6 days.
Holy shit. Well,
Jesus
there you
Christ.
go. Talk about a fucking press junket, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to get the message out. My union might be going out on strike because our bosses are gonna try to force us. I'm a teacher, force us back into the classroom before we get vaccinated, before our schools are clean and safe. So I'm just like, yeah, I appreciate y'all having me on to talk about this because the mainstream media is getting it absolutely wrong. Our mayor has total access to like MSNBC and that kind of legacy liberal media. So just being on podcasts and streams and other, these alternate platforms has been great for getting the message out.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
What union are you with?
The Chicago Teachers Union.
Okay.
Yeah, so all this is from
okay.
Chicago.
Yeah, that
The
would be
Chicago
the whole
Teachers Union. Yeah, the one
Yeah,
that we.
Zach, the one that's in the news, you know.
Yes.
The one that we've been talking about. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I assume there are other unions that are also doing this.
we're all fighting
mean,
this in different stages of the fight.
Yeah, and in general, the unions of teachers tend to be based off of the cities or the larger cities that they're part of.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is really telling that so much of the kind of just like fucking centrist like Libby kind of media has been like, all right, like let's follow the science, let's wear your masks, all that for 4 years or for 1 year, 4 years, that's how long this has been going on, right? And then as soon as it's like, well, let's get those teachers back, y'all, it's like, cool, so like are teachers getting vaccines? Are we going to be, setting up a thing to where it's entirely virtual until, there's a lower risk of transmission? It's like, nope.
Yep.
Right back into that recirculated air.
Yeah, and now suddenly using kind of shaky understanding of science to be like, well, like kids can't spread it. Well, there's not enough evidence. It's like because they weren't in school.
Yeah,
That's why there's almost no evidence.
That might contribute to fucking transmission being low. It's because they've been playing Fortnite all summer. Like,
Yeah, and like I get it. Libs probably have the most obnoxious children, and they're probably sick of them too, and don't want them in the house. So dump them on you, Kenzo. But
yeah, the
like,
same study that said that airplanes were definitely safe, that they've had to go back on, was used to prove that schools would definitely be safe.
Yeah. And honestly, sometimes science, just does that. Like, I read this article recently about the smooth, rich taste of Marlboro Reds, and how they don't cause cancer, and in fact, make you sexier. So,
I read that one too.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's been a battle of the science right now, in that our mayor posted a bunch of stuff online about being excited when Biden won because the actual tagline in her social media was "Science is back, baby," and immediately then said y'all have to go back into in-person teaching. As it's not even like she's been doing a good job in the city. Our numbers keep climbing, and the vaccine is just not getting to us at all. So like she just isn't doing the work that she's claiming to be doing.
But science,
vague
Biden.
science.
Joe Biden, science.
Yeah, the guy.
Yeah, the science guy. Joe Biden, the science guy.
God, I'd watch the fuck out of that show. It's
that would be
tweet
fun.
That was going around like, God, this must have been like early 2019, before like he'd even like announced specifically to run, for president. But like, I feel like if Joe Biden just ran a Cold Stone Creamery or Baskin Robbins or something with a robust Instagram presence, that would scratch the same itch as him being president for a lot of y'all.
Oh yeah.
And shit, yeah. I mean, fucking Joe Biden, the science guy, would be a great fucking YouTube series or whatever. Like, it's just him talking about like his hairs on his legs and corn pop. I'd watch the fuck out of that.
No. Oh no. Well, something that we have been watching the fuck out of, maybe most of us, the coup that's happening in Myanmar.
Yeah, I've watched that video of the lady doing jazzercise like 20 times because just like honestly, fucking queen of vibing. Like way to just fucking like not let any of the drama or any of those like basic bitches bother you. You know,
I think
just live your life.
There's some context there. Like if you're, it's a nation that's been under political turmoil for decades. She, that might not have looked like a coup to her. That might have just looked like, Tuesday afternoon. And
Yeah,
like
just
she's like, I'm
rolling
not
out
going
to
to
get
stop
like fucking
vibing.
burgers and something. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just a normal day for her. How was she supposed to know that there was supposed to be a coup?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody updated the Google Calendar as
That's
usual.
right.
Yeah, it's like, sorry, like I know you guys want to have your coup, but I've got my fucking aerobics class scheduled for this time, so you're gonna have to wait. Sorry.
I had the slot. I already had the slot. What do you want from me? They've shut down, or they're attempting to shut down the internet now, so we're going to get even less. And I really trust the American media to report it accurately and to not use the word fascist or authoritarianism incorrectly at all the entire time.
Yeah, just
So-
like how the American media has been, fucking reporting on the farmers' protests in India, or like, another place where the internet was shut down to
Yeah.
avoid, foreign countries reporting on it, I guess.
Yeah, or Iran blocking the Signal app because everybody hopped off of WhatsApp so quickly. And also, the good reporting on the Chicago Teachers Union that they've been doing.
You know it.
Yep.
Then
So-
our mayor has that access to MSNBC, and today I found out what happens when you put that message in the lib brains, because what our mayor has been saying is like the woke take is to send your kids to school because and for teachers to go there and teach, because it's a disservice to black and brown students if we don't, but at the same time we're trying not to get them infected with COVID. Because we do.
Yeah, well, because
care about our
obviously,
kids.
no, you want to give kids that life experience of like every time you breathe, it feels like your lungs are full of glass. And honestly, depriving them of that is basically the same thing as resegregation. So
It's criminal,
Yeah.
honestly. Yeah, and instead of providing black and brown students with high-speed internet and computers, because you can get them those little like 4G like dongles or whatever that just run off a cell. It's fine. We don't need to get them that. We could just send them to school where they can all breathe each other's infected air, and then they can go back home and infect their entire families, which probably are they probably don't have like great health insurance or any health insurance at all, and it. And we know that
system
like,
works,
black and brown, black and brown people die at higher rates of COVID because of that. And yeah, you're right, Bo. System works. It's perfect.
Wow, and it works so well that Biden is looking to maybe walk back some of that posturing about raising the minimum wage to $15 because folks, the system just works.
it works too good. In fact, we got to make sure it's not working too good.
It has
Otherwise, the
been-
poors might get ideas.
Oh no. It has been 33 days since Biden promised me $2,000, and now he's walking back 15 an hour as well.
Where's my fucking 2K, Joey?
Joey. What's really got me about this was like this has been a whole thing with what's his name, Larry Summers, some fucking douchebag that held office under previous presidents and like is really
Both parties
got the
love him.
the DC brainworms, and everybody's listening to this person because like he had to make compromises and do stuff for stuff to pass because none of us will do it.
Yeah,
Because-
If I may, let me hit you with the blue austerity as it's meant to be heard.
Oh, okay.
Reading from Mr. Lawrence H. Summers' WAPO article. The Biden stimulus is admirably ambitious, but it brings some big risks too. Yeah, basically going into like the thing of like, oh yeah, no, this would be an absolute windfall for the economy and like regular working people and all that. But like it might do some inflation down the line. So like, I don't know.
It's a complete and bizarre. It's a completely bizarre thing to me that Democrats just like they view themselves as like the managers of the government. Like they don't, so they can't quite like, or like, you know, like helicopter parents of the government. They can't quite let everything sort of like go bad. So they need to make sure that everything is very, very like conservative in like in economic measures. They have all the power in, you know, the House, the Senate, and the
executive,
and the White House. They could just go ahead and start passing shit if they wanted to, but they means test things for God knows what reason other than to tell brown people that they're too poor to qualify for stuff.
And it slows things down. Like literally part of the intention with means testing is it means that some people are just not going to fill out the forms who do qualify, or they're going to not fill them out correctly or miss a deadline. And then they don't have to put as much money into these programs. It's, you know, they teach this shit to people
give a
in
million
public...
more little filters just to, you know, essentially cut off access to whatever it may be.
Yes.
Exactly.
It's like, you know, those coupons, like the marketing departments are the ones that issue the coupons for products, but like they know you're not going to really use it. It's just advertisement.
Yeah, you see a thing and it's like, oh, I should buy that. And then at that point, you've got that locked in your brain. So if you leave the fucking coupon at home, it's like, oh, what's it matter? You know, you've already decided to buy it. Good job.
Yep. No more $5 off of your $100 purchase. Sorry. The Politico tweet about this article is that everyone in the West Wing is reading the Larry Summers op-ed being circulated among liberal policy wonks. Great. Why?
Let somebody think of the wonks.
Summers put down on paper what many liberal wonks have been whispering about for weeks, that President Biden's stimulus bill may be too big.
You gotta say wonks more like it's a slur. Like wonks. Like fucking just really, really spit it out, you know?
Liberal wonks?
Yeah, it's kind of there.
How do we twist it as, like, though, maybe it's just too big to fail?
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Larry Summers going to use this shit against you.
The thing is like, there are Republicans who say that it doesn't go far enough. Even the governor of Virginia is saying that it like 1.9 trillion isn't enough. It's not going to take care of the entire country. It's just going to make a small dent in the issues that are going on right now.
Well, you know, referring us back to this issue with, you know, them means testing things and not really having any idea how to financially incentivize what they want. I don't know if you know, maybe they haven't considered that if they just gave money to people, consumers, instead of corporations, that the consumers would then spend the money and the economy would be stimulated. Whereas if they give it to the corporations...
Whoa, Zach.
Okay.
You tell me people spend money and don't just like let it sit in like some fucking trust somewhere? No.
I mean, not everybody. We banned them from buying GameStop and AMC.
Right.
So, like,
yeah. True.
What else? Of course they're gonna spend it. They can't invest it now.
I mean, I can cut a few more checks to my yacht salesman, of course, but like at a certain point, my wrist gets tired, Zach.
Yeah. How many more
what
solid walnut decorations can I add to this dining room?
How many more, like, you know, fucking pilfered from Imperial Conquest in the 1800s ass decorations can I put up in this grand ballroom of mine? Quite a few more, because it's a large ballroom, but it can only fucking, you know, deal with so many of King Leopold's plunders. All right.
My personal blacksmith has hurt his rotator cuff so badly having to pound these solid Spanish like doubloons into gold leaf for me that I really just don't know if it's worth it at this point.
I love that you get it done by hand too. Like you could have a machine do it, but no, this has to be like artisanal, like, you know, looted Mesoamerican gold.
Yeah, no. Do you know how good it feels to scream at him whenever he accidentally tears the gold leaf because he's beat it too thin?
And the thing is, I want families that are making $100,000 to get stimulus as well. Like these people aren't rich. Like those are rich. Like
$100,000, six figures is like a lot of money. But if you were making six figures and then you stopped making six figures,
say
you
because
still
of a
have
pandemic.
you still have $0 left.
And like,
You didn't have that much money in a bank account.
if you don't have generational wealth, you are living paycheck to paycheck. No, I don't care
Right.
like who you are. Like,
Unemployment paycheck.
yeah,
to
wealth
unemployment
is so much
paycheck.
more important than income. But these fucking policy wonks want us to think elsewhere, otherwise.
Oh, they're
I
not-
mean, my family, my parents, they together made a little bit less than $90,000 when we were growing up, and this was like when I was around like 18, like 17, 18. Like this is when, so they would have had like definitely been like kind of maxed out on all of their like promotions and things like that. And they were making, but my mom worked 2 jobs and my dad worked overtime. It's like we were barely comfortable because we happened to also live on property that was owned by the school district that my parents worked for, so we didn't have to pay rent or like a mortgage or anything. We had to pay all that extra stuff, it would have been like we would have been broke.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's still living close enough to broke to be hurt by a pandemic. No matter how no matter how far away broke may be at the beginning of it, a year in, 10 months that I haven't been without work, thank God I've gotten unemployment checks. You're close to broke. You're wondering every week if Trump or Biden is going to just cancel the unemployment, just be like, nope, no more for you. The same way that that the project director for the Legendary Edition of Mass Effect has canceled some of the shots.
What a fucking segue, buddy. You just
That was a
blazed right
Hail
on through
Mary
that,
of
huh?
things.
Telling you. Sometimes I look up and I go, ah, yes, it is my time. I cross myself. I dip my fingers in the holy water. It's not holy water. It's
Like
I don't
people
know.
do
It's-
in this extended football metaphor, yes.
Yeah, Jesus juice. The holy water in this household.
We love some Jesus juice, yeah.
Oh yeah. But you know what people don't love apparently is they do not love the tight shots of Miranda, one of the characters of Miranda's ass. It says backside here, but you know what?
Ass. We can say ass. This
Ass.
this
an
is a grown-up
ass-friendly
podcast for adults.
Yeah. So it's a remastered game, and they are oppressing gamers once again.
Gamers
Yeah.
are the most oppressed class. We have to admit.
Absolutely.
Like,
When are we getting a
100%.
gamers union?
I write the IWW every week.
well, the problem is like, okay, I don't know about the gamer world, but definitely the streamer world. Of gamers, there will never be a union because there's such backstabbing motherfuckers in that world.
Oh god, yeah. God, fucking that would be so heinous. Just like a constant splintering and like every meeting there's like 5 new fucking offshoots.
Yes, and they're just like, instead of having union meetings, they're just talking shit in each other's discords about each other. Like,
Ugh.
it's a world that I don't know intimately, but because I do stream, I pay attention to it a bit, and like that is an ugly, ugly space.
Yeah, you're in the same swimming pool, and that part of the swimming pool happens to be full of piss.
Yes, so much piss. Barely
Oh,
any
God.
water.
I just we will get to this story because dear God, is it important? But I just need everyone to kind of scroll down to the about the author portion and look at this young gentleman, Josh Colson, who wrote this. That is a look, sir.
Oh, if you right click on the picture, it will open the picture in
Great.
a new tab.
Great.
Wow, 1,900 articles published.
This young man looks like he's written 1,900 articles for thegamer.com.
Josh has been gaming for as long as he can remember. That love began with a mild childhood addiction to the Sega Genesis or Mega Drive since he lives in the UK. Back then, okay,
Don's
yeah, I'm
favorite
gonna click through.
character.
Fuck it. There's like another sentence. Oh no, there's a lot more. Okay, no, I'm not reading all this. Fuck that.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
But
a full-on like
it says Sonic 2
Cookie
quickly became
Monster
his
flat
favorite
bill
game.
that he's wearing, but with Sonic
Jo-
the Hedgehog instead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Josh Colson. That is quite the choice of headgear, my dude.
For your gaming article about.
But and I love the MySpace pose and everything. Like he took it with his own photo.
Very
or with his
cool.
own phone.
Very cool.
It's a very cool hat, sir. Thank you for writing this.
The hottest shit of 2015 6. I'll give him a 6.
4,
Uh-huh.
I would say, but you know what? That's fine.
It's all the ballpark, but Godspeed, young man.
Yes.
Yeah.
So anyway, yes, they're remastering it and changing up the like gratuitous full on like softcore porno like tasteless ass shot, and gamers are being gamers about it. Is essentially I think the gist of this.
You know,
The gist of this, if you will.
If you
Oh.
thought that the Rust like working group in the gamers union was toxic, just wait until the Mass Effect working group brings up their new business at the next meeting.
Ugh, gross.
I only ever played Mass Effect 3.
Yeah, I haven't played any of those.
I haven't. That was for nerds.
Everyone likes Garrus. He's the one that made everyone realize that they might be into like anthro stuff.
Yeah, like weird, like beaky fucking alien boys.
He's the weird turtley guy.
Yeah, the hot turtle, the Mads Mikkelsen turtle.
Yeah, that's Mickelson Turtle.
Oh,
You know,
that's because
that classic archetype you see in gaming.
Yeah, it's Garrus and not. It was Garrus and not the.
The little froggy
The-
looking
No,
one.
I was trying to think of the Halo. Who the Halo like Covenant.
Monst- Oh yeah,
monster
yeah.
guy was. It was
The
that
Arbiter?
because, yeah, the Arbiter. Yeah, it was Garrus and not the Arbiter because the type of person that would be into that would play Mass Effect 3 and not Halo. So
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. Not only that, but Garrus is like he's such a gentleman.
yeah,
Absolutely.
He's so wonderful. I do know this because I did play the game. You know, he's a very great guy. He's a good friend and partner. I was actually kind of upset that there was no gay option with him.
Uh-oh.
Cowards.
Uh-oh.
Cowards at BioWare.
But instead they have
Goddamn.
like this. They have this hot like widower Cuban as your gay option. Gay
That's
boy
all right.
option. Yeah, no, he was hot. He's but not the beefcake. He wasn't the beefcake. So
So no Krogans is what you're telling me.
no Krogan.
Damn.
No.
Why even fucking bother playing it?
Yeah, it's like fuck this game. It's not coming to the Switch. I'm not gonna play it.
Yeah.
That's where we're at. Well, speaking of things that are, not going places,
Shut
Greg
up.
Abbott has vowed to fight Biden on curbing U.S. oil and gas activity. Biden has already temporarily halted drilling on federal leases in the Gulf of off the coast of the United States, I believe it was. And so now Greg Abbott, as always, defending Texans, in the most important of places. They're the defending the billionaires who put gas and oil into their truck tanks.
And into the Gulf of
Yeah.
Mexico.
And-
Mhm.
yes.
Yeah.
Um,
So isn't Texas literally just like leaking like odorless poison?
Yes.
Always.
I linked this article. It is a CNN article that kind of talks about how much methane is being released by the industry, not only because they just flare it off into the atmosphere, because there's so much of it, but also all of this equipment that they have out there. Millions of wells that just leak methane because they are old, and that's what happens when you pump oil out of the ground.
Yeah.
And this is
Wow,
totally
yeah,
like
this
supposed
is-
to be regulated,
holy shit.
and this is the
Mhm.
thing that methane is like 10 times worse than carbon dioxide as a
The greenhouse gas.
yeah, and this is like it's not like being recaptured. This is not like
Yeah. For no one's setting up a little stove to like cook a couple of eggs on there or anything. It's just
yeah.
fully-
Yeah, the infrared fucking video on this article rules, by the
Yeah,
way,
it's
because
dark.
goddamn.
Yeah.
So that's why we're like this, then, huh?
Yeah, that's why you boys are like that over there in Tejas. I'm over here
God.
breathing my clean EPA regulated California air.
Oh my god.
We heard about this was that there was meth, and we were like, hell yeah, and we forgot to stop and pause and figure out there was methane.
There's the Chicago
So-
River and lake the part of Lake Michigan that I live near. Yeah, we're definitely we're definitely gonna die. It's sad.
It's
Sad water,
similarly
folks.
radioactive, you know.
Yes, we do not swim in. Well, we shouldn't swim in there. I don't swim in there.
People swim in there though.
Yeah,
I don't know if they count as people. After after your
Oh,
third
yeah.
tip, you are legally not human
Yeah,
anymore.
once you start sprouting that extra set of arms, it's like, well, you are post-human now.
Once it fuses with the the slug DNA, it is hard to determine like legal humanity.
And then we have this tradition on St. Patty's Day where we turn the
Oh, yeah.
river green, and like it's just a different shade of green. It's not. It's slightly more radioactive looking, and I almost think we do it now just to convince people that the default color is normal.
I would love it if one year they're like, yeah, we use natural dyes, so it's like safe, and they just didn't do anything.
It's safe for
That
the
would be
fish.
perfect.
There are fish in there?
You know, all those three-eyed fish, yeah.
We also have these dive bars that well into like I don't know January, February they still serve green beer, and then they don't change their taps very often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yucky.
Yeah, they only have
Is
to
this
stop
for
ordering
St.
the
Patrick's
green
Day?
dive
It's
on.
like, no,
yeah.
that's just the color the beer is here.
God.
Looking at this infrared shot though, I love it when Texans have the audacity and the gall to
That's
be
all we have
like
here.
to be like, oh, I would never go to California. Los Angeles has disgusting smog air. It's like, bitch, I can see the mountains from here. Y'all are breathing invisible poison.
We're chugging it, man. What do you think Big Red's made out of?
They have to color it red so that you know that you're getting the good stuff.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's Texas. I forgot. Sears,
Yeah.
queers, and poison gas.
Uh-huh. Yeah. The Trump administration did a lot of damage to regulating methane, and Greg Abbott is really doing his best to make sure that they never walk any of that back to sane levels. So
Was that a pun? Was that a pun, Zach?
I'm sorry I'm doing an ableism, but I fucking hate Greg Abbott.
I feel
So
like there's
much.
like a broad thing of like, it's cool to do ableism against Greg Abbott, you know?
Yeah, I think it's fine.
I think
It's-
he probably does.
You've got our pass, dear
Greg-
listener, as Texans.
Greg Abbott-
We absolve ourselves, because obviously God dropped that tree on him and wanted him to, probably die in the first place. But,
Mhm.
so
Greg Abbott is the Antichrist. He was supposed to die in that accident, but he didn't. He recovered miraculously.
God just
Yeah.
doesn't know. You don't fuck with Texans. They're not gonna go down that easy.
Yeah, the aliens, when they teleported that tree at him, they thought, humans are squishy. They didn't realize he was a Texan.
yeah.
On the seventh day, God rested, but Texas created itself.
We're really looking
This
to pass
cosmology
up.
sucks ass.
We're really looking to pass up China by 2050 in emissions purely from Texas alone.
Just
Mhm.
Texas.
God, I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh man. Well, I think that you would be surprised to learn that we have people that pay us money to record episodes, Bo. All of
sorry?
our patrons
Do we?
that we would like to shout out today, but especially Scott for contributing to our dialectical tier. And I did not update this, but I believe it is just Tim
You
right
gonna pull
now.
it up real quick, or
I am pulling it up real quick.
yeah.
I believe it is just Tim right now. Oh no, it's still not Spencer and Tim. Spencer, not and Tim. For contributing to our Devil's Advocate tier. Y'all keep the show running. Y'all support our project, our projects, and the things that we do and want to do, and we thank you for it. Let us know how you liked our latest Patreon exclusive episode, which we are publishing more and more of now. And remember, if you want to become a patron, you can do that for $5 a month. We also have the $1 a month tier open so that you have $4 to spend on bail funds, on mutual aid, on renting a movie and watching it for Valentine's Day. Valentine's
you
Day is
go.
coming.
Don't say listen to podcasts never got you lucky.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like
Listen to
people
our-
say all the time.
Yeah, listen to one of our funny podcasts, and
You'll get
Yeah.
laid immediately.
That's a
then,
psychic dolphin guarantee.
Do it while spooning.
Yeah, put it on the loudspeakers. Turn the bass up really high. I really EQ the absolute shit out of my voice so that
Yeah.
it gives you like the
It's
the
not.
ASMR feeling.
It's
It's
not
like a
like all
Barry
of us
White
are
kind of thing,
at
yeah.
least. Yeah, it's not like all of us are not tenors. Like all of us have fairly high pitched voices. What are you talking about, boys?
Kenzo, thank you so much for coming
Thank
on this
you.
Well,
recording
thanks
with
so much
us.
for inviting me on.
Hell
Um,
yeah.
yeah, we love platforming other creators
Appreciate it.
and fucking just getting to hang out with other people. It's fun. It's cool. We hope we can do this with you again. But until until we bring you back on to do more content, where can people find the stuff that you do regularly, and what are you working on?
Oh, cool. Go to my Patreon, patreon.com/Kenzo Shibata, which is just my name. That can get you basically access to everything I do. Most of my content is free. It's on YouTube and Twitch. But you also get access to my podcast episodes if you sign up there. And you can follow me on Twitter at my name, Kenzo Shibata.
Hell yeah. Yeah, definitely go support Kenzo. Support add him to your Twitch list. Give him a follow. Wonderful stuff
Mm-hmm.
that we see.
Yeah.
Especially it's especially awesome to be able to reach out to and talk to organizers, people that already have other projects that aren't just shit posted online
Mm-hmm.
As
endlessly.
productive as we make that.
Yeah.
Theme as productive as you make it look, it is not difficult work.
I'll have you know, sir, I got 5 likes on a tweet the other day.
Nice.
That adds up.
It does.
Yeah,
Bo, awesome. Dennis, what projects are we working on in the garage?
Well, Bo and I are part of a little spin-off show that we have called Dolphins and Garages. It's a tabletop RPG podcast starring Bo, Charlie, and myself, and Artemis is the DM. It's a lot of fun. Our second episode is out. It is only available to the patrons, so you could listen to it for as little as $1. But if you don't want to commit just yet, you're like, I don't know, maybe it's not as great. Well, guess what? You could listen to the first episode here on this RSS feed. So please just go back to December 25th. You will find it. It was our little Christmas episode to you all.
Even if you didn't know that we gave you a Christmas present, we
Uh-huh.
gave you a Christmas present.
Check under the tree one more time.
Yeah,
It's
just
there.
one last
Go
time.
check under the tree, buddy. Go just
Yeah,
go
just
I-
take a look.
I
You see
haven't
that
thrown
tree
it
you
out.
got there?
Yeah.
Still, taking on a nice like deep brown at this point.
Yeah,
Go check, go check.
I've kept all the lights up because I'm one of those psychopaths.
I've not watered it. We got the lights still on it. This is a major fire hazard. You know
it's
what?
it's kindling.
Yeah, exactly. What better way
Um,
to stay warm this holiday, this extended holiday season?
Yeah, I mean, you could also check out the trailer for Dolphins and Garages and for our other Patreon exclusive show, Sonic High School. At the end of this episode, also you could watch them on YouTube if you really want to. I don't know why, but also check out our Signal sticker pack. You all should probably be using Signal to message one another because it's safer.
It's
Until
safer. It's not guaranteed safe, but it's safer, and it's better to take proactive steps to begin to, privatize your internet presence, your online activity.
Yeah, all the other caveats. But if you're still not convinced to use Signal, well, you know that you can get an exclusive Psychic Dolphin Garage Signal sticker pack, so you could message all of your friends and family with very lewd images, and they probably just don't want to talk to you after that. So
Birds,
Double,
one stone, I say.
yeah.
2 birds, 1 stone. You never have to talk to anyone ever again except for us.
Which 3 birds, 1 stone.
Yeah.
You can only talk to us now.
You love
That's
us,
the-
and
that's
we
the
love
ideal.
you. Come
You
here.
love
We're-
us.
Yeah, we're giving you a big hug right now, and little kissies.
Dennis, do that close to the mic. We need more little kissies.
And little kissies.
There you go.
Yucky.
All right. Well, now that you're good and moistened,
Uh-huh.
download that sticker pack. Why not?
Yeah, and check out our stream Tonight, it is Tuesday night. There's a stream tonight, there's a stream Wednesday night, and there's a stream Friday night. Check us out at twitch.tv/Psychic Dolphin Garage, and we will see you there.
Mm-hmm.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Let's live and learn.
Hey, Knuckles, it's Sonic.
I'm late for school. I have to get to school now. He did not like any class very much that was not about running and going fast, which is what Sonic does best. Hey, Amy, said Sonic, check me out. And Sonic did a dance move.
Wow, cool, let's kiss. Rouge was telling me about the problems with your balls and penis and butthole that everyone found out about in your English class.
I'm gonna take a sip of beer.
This is not an audiobook. God. I am always here for you. The prom is tonight also.
Wow, I forgot. Sonic grabbed Tails' hand and said, let's go, and ran all the way to the prom, which was on an island called Ghost Island. Ha ha ha, Sonic and Tails. Now you are both here and fallen right into my trap. Eggman, why are you here? I kissed Amy, and now you can never date her again because I'm going to do sex to her tonight. This sucks! And curse words, too.
Want to hear more Sonic High School? Check out patreon.com/Psychic Dolphin Garage.
Welcome, dear listener, to Dolphins and Garages, starring Charlie as Draws the Tinkering Construct,
I have no need of soup. We will be on our way.
Bo as Isham Amerlagon, the Roguish Bugbear,
Show me on this diagram where the fuck I asked.
Dennis as Berry Picker, the soft-hearted furbolg barbarian,
I just get angry sometimes. It's okay though, right?
and Artemis as the Dungeon Master.
Roll intimidation, all three of you.
That's a nat 20!
22.
5?
E.
Be the first to listen to new episodes of Dolphins and Garages on patreon.com/Psychic Dolphin Garage. We'll see you in the garage.
Howdy, y'all. Don't forget to follow our link tree in the show notes to discover new things like our Discord, social media platforms, and all the places where you can listen to our podcast. Word of mouth is the best way to introduce us and other leftist creators to friends, family, coworkers, your AA buddies. Community is about more than hot takes online. And if you want to support our efforts, you can donate to us at patreon.com/Psychic Dolphin Garage, which is spelled how it sounds. Hope to see you on the stream tonight. Enjoy this music by JJ Demon.
How the fuck I still got a full head of hair? Not a single gray. Fuck the cops, family first, every single day. Bringing a charm when I ring the alarm. My arms got a box cutter insignia. We gotta abolish ice, we gotta abolish ice, abolish it. No need to apologize, the Holocaust abolishes. For no reason we colonize the land and put up monuments. Dope needles, dollar signs, the globe stands in astonishment. I hope there'll be a punishment. I really wanna get bloody. I really wanna stand in judgment of anybody taking money from anybody in the struggle. Anybody on a budget. Poor people getting 10 to 20 for some dumb shit. Corporations incorporating a bloodlet. Mark my fucking words, this coup will not be bloodless. Mark my fucking words, this coup will not be bloodless. Mark my fucking words, this coup will not be bloodless. Mark my fucking words, this coup will not be bloodless. Mark my fucking words, this coup will not be bloodless. Mark my fucking words, this coup will not be bloodless. Mark my fucking words.